I've talked about it before, but there are just going to be some times when things do not go the way you planned, or the plan that you've come up with ends up not being able to work for one reason or another. On this particular day, I was supposed to hit 605 for 4 sets of 5. Each one of those was going to tie a rep PR for me. I was pretty excited about it, also pretty nervous. The last couple of days, my schedule has been really crazy. I have not been able to get the amount of mobility work that I needed to prep properly for this session. I've been doing a lot. I've done quite a bit of it, but I just was not getting enough in to really recover from how tough that last session was into this. Also, this morning, I participated in a memorial service for a good friend and former training partner of mine at the gym before we actually had a non-sanctioned meet that I guest judged at. So it was a pretty busy day, and I came to the gym to lift after that a little bit on a time crunch, and so I didn't properly warm up and before I got to the squat rack, and just everything was kind of falling apart on me. This first set, I wasn't really happy with the reps. They were moving all right, but I feel like I was definitely cutting the depth. From the front view, it looks like that. The side view is actually a little bit less critical, I guess. I think that it looks a little better from the side, honestly. But I took this first set, and then I had some spotters come and help me out on the second, because I felt like I was intentionally cutting those reps a little short because I was nervous about trying to hit all 5. So I brought some spotters in. The set went better. The first 3 were definitely a much more acceptable depth, and I was all right with that. But I told myself, I didn't do the things I needed to be able to get all the way through this session without potentially hurting myself and in the time frame that I have. So I'm just going to have to move on to bench, and then I'll throw in some other stuff. And so this is kind of what you have to do when you don't plan well enough or things happen. You have to adjust your program or adjust your plan in order to make it work, so that you're not just wasting time and throwing away work you've done. And so what I said I would do is I'd do my planned benching, and then I would come back over here and practice some deadlift technique work. And the way that I work my technique best is with some rep work at a relatively light weight. And when I say relative, I also mean relative, strength. So don't think that I'm trying to be offensive when I call my working weight a fairly light weight. But I thought it would also be a good opportunity for me to use the camera, the dual camera setup, and get a side view for you guys. So that is something that I included. On the bench, I hit 325 for a touch and go set of 5, and then I did these soft touch pauses at 315, 2 more sets of 2, moved on to the deadlift, warmed up, show you guys a couple of those, and then I ended up hitting 605. Told myself I'd just do 5 if I felt like it. I ended up doing 6 because it felt pretty easy, especially considering how tough some of these squats have been. Deadlifts just felt really comfortable today, which is a good sign, because the last time that I ran small off, my deadlift technique felt like I had kind of fallen off a little bit and gotten a little rusty. So I think I'm keeping better practiced, and I'm pretty happy with how these pulls felt, and I'm alright with how they looked. So that was the session. Definitely have even more work to do on the recovery process going into my next session, which is going to be Tuesday, because I'm going to come back to those 605 for the high volume work. This time I'm going to try to hit it for a 5x5, and I'd really like to be ready for it. So I'm going to be stepping up the mobility, stepping up my recovery work, trying to get more rest, trying to get things done sooner so I can sleep more, and trying to get more food in me. It all comes together, and hopefully the end result will be more progress faster, getting ready for that meet on March 1st. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like rating, share it with your friends. Comments are always welcome down below. Subscribe if you have not, and I will talk to you again on Tuesday. Bye.